Do I need to? I'm just trying to think. I don't think anyone's on Zoom. Angela's not, and Jenny's not. I said I'd record it, which I am. So hello. Okay, guys. So let's start with how are we feeling today? Is there any aches and pains?
Back's tight.
Okay, so we'll do some lots of
Thank
nice
you.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You watch it. That's fine. No, because
I went back
cameras on
myself.
me, babe. Yeah, absolutely. I meant to put there.
I don't want to wash my hands, that's it.
So chin to chest, and then just gently bring the hips backwards and the weight forwards into the toes, really slowly. So we'll do things a little bit slower today and for a little bit longer. So just feel, so if you've got a bit of a soft knee, that's better on the hamstring, sort of takes it into the hamstrings, not the back, and have a little rock, forwards and backwards. So you can either breathe in and out through the nose, or you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then side to side, so just take the weight, so keep the knees soft, just gently swaying. Again, nice even breaths. And then just if you can have a little circle on the spot, so just circle around, circle the other way. And take a breath in. And gently up. My back's a bit tender. I think it's just been massaging all day yesterday. It feels a bit tender. Ooh. Oh, Ruth is on. Hi Ruth, good morning darling. And then we're going to do some nice stretches. And then just gently, one more in that direction. And then in the other. And again, just close your eyes and just see if you can feel any difference through each side. And two more. And gently back up to centre. And then we're going to do, so this is from, you might have done this Amanda, this is from the Kundalini yoga thing I did at the weekend. So it's very much for lymphatic, which is great for obviously fighting infection. So you come out and then cross, out again, and then over. Yeah, so retract, across, retract, elbows up to ceiling, and again. Everyone's like, this is hard. I'm like, no it's not, it's just remembering. And then if you can, close your eyes, so back, across, and then think a little bit about your breath. So inhale as you come, exhale, inhale, and just keep that going. Six more. You can keep your eyes open if you want.
I'm just watching you.
It's funny. I did
Just
it the other day and someone said, oh, it's easier watching you, and then someone else said, no, I'm actually better when I close my eyes. And last one, across, and relax, well done. And then just circle, and let's come up into balls at the feet. Hi Debs! Oh, I'm glad I kept saying one, I'm going to turn out. Let's go sway the other way. 2, 3, and 4, and I'm just going to mention something on Zoom. It doesn't really affect anyone other than Jenny, who's not here, and I'm going to send the recording. Jenny, yes, you are welcome to come on a day on our retreat, darling. Well, just give me a bell, just in case I forget to text you. And relax. Well done. Good. And then let's just warm up through the hips. So let's do some nice wide position plies. So shoulders down, tight through the tummy. Really nice and slow. Lead into the heels. So make sure you can pick your toes up. Ten more. 10, 9, 4 more. 4, 2, and 1. And let's just see what the abductors are doing. So like inner thighs, just take a 1, 2, 3, and then the other side. So you straighten one leg, bend the other. And again. 1, 2, 3. 1,
It was like that today, Joe.
3. Was it a legs day? 1, 2, 3. The boys are funny when they do a leg day because they generally work their upper body more than they do a leg day. Like, oh. 3, 1 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Are you doing leg days on the machines as well? Or
Weights, yeah, but we did with balancing it. Oh,
yeah. And then gently down and just slowly start coming, bringing the weight forward. So if the legs are super wide, you might feel it more through the inner thighs as opposed to the hammies or everywhere. And then just have a little rock forwards and backwards.
I'm already thinking about a glass of red wine, is that wrong?
Well, you're like me, you've been up about 4 hours already. I had a 1-to-1 at 6:30 this morning, but I woke up at 5 and I was wide awake. I thought I might as well just come down.
I was at 4:30.
Oh, will you? And then take both hands to one feet, head towards the knee. Take a deep inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. In, out. Last one. Back the other way. Take a breath in. Two more. Last one. And back to centre. Start bringing your feet back in. And just softly, softly, we stack in the spine back up. And let's just do a little bit of a standing, thinking in the quad. I never said it's a standing squat. A standing quad. Just tuck your tailbone to increase the stretch through the leg, the back, obviously this leg. And then if you want to just challenge your balance, you can bring it more into stop pose. Just hold. Beautiful. Back to centre. And take that leg over the standing leg, chin to chest, hips back, and then just to make sure the IT band doesn't get too impinged. And again, just let everything become really heavy. A beautiful inhale through the nose. And again. Last one, breath in. And softly, softly up. Don't move your feet just yet, guys. Come gently up to centre. And then just arms overhead like that, and just push the hips out. Take a breath in. You don't feel tight laterally today.
You will do.
Yeah.
Massaging like that.
And they were everybody wanted like back and shoulders and neck. Yeah, everyone, God. Oh, yeah, relax. And back to centre. So remember, we were the standing leg that we were stood on, which is the back legs. Stand on the other one, and you should be doing the quad on that other side. Yes, just hold, tuck the tailbone. You might not be as tight on this side. And then again, just into your balance. Deep breaths in and out. Last one. Beautiful. Take that foot over, bring the hips back, chin to chest, and gently, gently down. Never felt that. And just closing your nose, sometimes you close your eyes, you're like, oh. And then just take a deep inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. In. Last one. Bend that front knee and gently, gently up to centre position. And then just again, push up, push the hips out. Yeah, one of the girls in the class used to, knew as soon as she walked in, I went, you obviously train. Said, yeah, now when you do CrossFit, you could just tell there's a certain physique. Yeah. And she went, yeah, I do. Anyway, we're doing, she looked really well, but oh my God, she said, Jo, I've got to start doing more flexibility. She went, because I was literally, I'm tight everywhere, I ache. So we did pigeon
What is
steps.
squash? Is it like
It's quite deep, a lot of strength work, so they'll do like pull-ups.
Is it like a circuit class?
Yeah, kind of, but then they do like jump on boxes, and it is great for strength, but there's a lot of them that get injured. Do you know what I mean?
Because do you do it at a pace as well?
Yeah, they do competitions.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So we're just going to do a little bit. It's probably not what you want, Amanda, after leg day, but we'll do a little bit of just endurance. So keep the core engaged. So really feel strong through the tummy. Bring the right, we're heel away leg, right leg, and the left, and the right, and the left, and the right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And then hold, just really dry and see if you can come up on both. And then lower. And for 2. We've only got 8. 3. 4. Come on. 4. 3. 2. Nearly there. And 1. Beautiful. Take it out again. And just gently down. Just have a little rock. Forward and back again. So some people get obviously all the way down, but it's just what feels comfortable for you.
I used to be able to.
No chance.
Oh, just about.
And then softly start bringing again the feet back in with a nice, really nice bent knee. Don't straighten, hyperlock the knees. And then again, keep them knees soft and gently up. I feel like I have to do prayer this week because Finley's got GCSE, so we prepare chemistry and geography today. Oh. Hold, push the palms together. And we're just going to, again, keep kind of the navel into spine, so we operate in some core work. And then just have a rotation. Take a lovely deep inhale. And back to centre. The other way, inhaling round. Out, breath centre. One more each way. The other. And then just take your arms all the way up to ceiling. Big inhale. Back to centre. And just see if you can close your eyes for 3 big deep breaths. And open. Well done. Yeah, so some people find closing their eyes really kind of tough. But obviously it improves that balance system. And then just switch the other side. In fact, this one go out. So we're going to take make sure in this position that the shoulders don't do this, which is what people generally want to do. So slide the shoulder blades down, keep the rib cage engaged, and just go round, trying to take that first hand, you know, so quite far back, so you're creating a stretch through the pectoral wall, then chest muscles, and then back to centre, and then the other way. And then back, and then again, back here. We're just going to hold again, take the hands up to ceiling, take a big inhale. Back to centre, and again, try and just find your balance, push your feet firmly into the mat and gently close your eyes. Last one. Beautiful. Well done. Do you probably find closing your eyes quite?
Yeah.
You couldn't delete it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't do it, it's tough. And then bring to the edge. We're just going to get a little bit of movement, guys. Yeah, cool. So we're going to try and hold, if we can, a bit of plank. So be careful with your plank. You want to make sure your breastbone's lifted and push the mat away. So chin to chest. And then hips back, weight forwards. And we're just going to come down towards the floor. You might need to bend your knees. If you do, that's absolutely fine. Walk it out. You might want to come down on your knees and just draw the belly in. So with your plank, really push the mat away. Feel like you're sending your breastbone, that sternum, in between your chest muscles, between your boobs, if you're a woman. Then make sure it's not dropping. And then send the heels towards the floor and kind of think about your creases in your elbows. Kind of face them so that you're really spreading your scapula. You don't want them squeezing together. And just hold. Hold. We're not doing loads. It's Friday morning Pilates. We like to enjoy it. So another 10 seconds. Remember, it's good to load the bone, so try and stick with it if your wrists are bothering you. And then take the hips up nice and high, just walk the hands back ever so slightly. Really bring your heels as far away as you can. So really away from the mat. And then bend your knees quite significantly, and then try and straighten the legs. So bend the knees and straighten. So we want to keep that space between our vertebrae. Yeah, we don't want to add discs that kind of start wearing away discs, and the joint space becomes less, and then you get all kinds of stenosis, horrible nervy pain. And then just send the heels towards the floor. Again, don't worry if the heels don't go down, just to your own kind of stretch. Again, take a deep inhale through the nose. Two more. last one. Beautiful. Come forward, back into your plank, then straight in, and let's do the knees together today. And we're just going to sit our bottom as close to our heels as we can. Let the forearms rest and just really, you can pump your hands in and out if you feel like you need a little bit of release. But just soften the elbows a little bit if you want, and just take some lovely, lovely deep in and out breaths. So I find the kind of little dimples in your lower back, I always find a narrow one kind of feels like it's getting to them a bit more. But then now do a wide one, and then it just takes it, I think, a little bit more laterally into the kind of lower back muscles. And just again, a little rock if you want, side to side. And take both arms round to one side, lead your top hand over your bottom, so you really want to feel the stretch. Yeah, this girl who did CrossFit, I said, can you feel that stretch? Did you in my laps, in my laps? So yeah, you should kind of feel it in your, kind of the triangle muscles, I call them, your lat dorsal muscles. I don't know where that noise is coming from, do you?
The only garden next door.
Oh, are there?
I just saw Ron's head popping up.
It's miserable today, isn't it?
Good old English weather.
Yeah, it's bloody God, we got like what, 5 days, and then back to the other side. Beautiful, well done. Okay, let's lie on our front. Always prone work, particularly less sort of important if you're not rounded at a computer all day, but we're all a bit chaotic. So prone work I think is really great for really strengthening the trapezius muscles, your delts and your triceps. So take your hands down the seams of the trousers, push your pubic bone into the mat. Draw the navel away from the mat. So imagine there's something hot on the mat. Send your right fingers towards your feet and your left. So you've got that big elongation between ear and shoulder. Keep the core engaged, you keep that navel, and then just lift your head a little bit. It's not a lot, your forehead and your chest. Yeah. Really feel that your arms are very strong. So we're not flopping them about. We're really dynamically taking the left arm out to capital T. Hold it. Keep that navel away if you can, that's the hard bit. Bring it back to centre. Shouldn't feel it in your lumbar lower spine if you do come down a little bit. And then take the other arm out. It's not about lifting high through that thoracic area. And then back to centre. Keep drawing in. And then take both arms out. Hold. Circle. 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 Circle back. 1, 2, 3, bring it back in, lower back down, just have a little wiggle. So remember that lymph system that kind of helps us, obviously our white blood cells and all the rest of it that fights infection. Any pumping action is great, so we're going to really work on that today. So again, push your pubic bone down, draw the tummy in, slide the shoulder blades down, lift again the forehead away. Keep that core engaged and squeeze your glutes if you feel you need a bit more protection for the back, but you shouldn't really need to have to do that. Take again, left arm out, really send them fingers to the wall, dynamically working the deltoid shoulder muscles, bring it back in. Keep the core engaged, go the other way. back to centre. Both arms out to capital T, shoulder height, hold, circle, 1, 2, 3, circle back, 1, 2, remember the neck is a continuation of the spine, so don't let it kind of do this, just look down, hands back in, lower back down, have a little wiggle. Let's do 2 more. Push your pubic bone down to the mat, draw the navel into spine, slide the fingertips down, length through the crown of the head, lift, take left arm out, hold, back to centre, right arm out, really elongating fingers, back to centre, both arms together, hold, circle, 1, 2, 3, circle back, 1, 2, 3, bring it back in, lower back down, again, little wiggle. Last one, we'll try and do it times 2. So push your pubic bone down, draw the belly in, slide your fingertips down to your feet, length crown of the head the opposite way, keep your neck nice and long, take one arm out, hold, back in, the other arm, keep drawing in, back in, both arms together, both back in, left arm out, back in, right arm out, back in, both together, circle 1, circle 2, circle 3, the other way, 1, 2, 3, back in and lower back down, and just take your head to one side, bend your knees, have a nice little windscreen wipe. I always want to sigh when I do prone work, like a really big It's really nice for breath as well, because it kind of really opens up the chest muscles. And then have a little circle, circle back. And again, we'll just, while we're here, we'll just bring, in fact, let's do this one, we haven't done this one for a while. Some people like to come up, I like to keep down like this, and you lengthen your right leg, keep the tummy engaged, so always think about drawing that navel in, and then you do a point, a flex, a point, and then lengthen. So the knee stays away from the mat in the working leg, so point, flex, point, lengthen. Good for coordination, point, flex, point, lengthen. So just by activating the different kind of foot actions works different muscles. So glutes, quads, hammies, and 4 more. Point, keep the core engaged so you shouldn't be moving through the back. Point, flex, point, lengthen, point, flex, point, lengthen. 2 more. Beautiful, and you get that lovely ankle mobility as well. Let's go the other side, so draw the tummy in. So activate the leg, so bring it in, point, flex, point, lengthen. Obviously try and keep the hip bones completely down, so pelvis still, point, flex, point, lengthen. One more, point, flex, point, lengthen. Last one, point, flex, point, lengthen. Well done. And again, just have a nice little windscreen wipe. Side to side. And we're going to come over onto our back. And we're just going to do some lovely, so we're just going to do a nice little supine spine to start, just to release any tension. I know we've got a few back issues in class, just side to side. Just one more each side. And let's just see what our bridge. So again, bridge is so good for so many things. So we're just going to keep our feet hip distance apart. If you know that your knees kind of like go out to the side when you do bridge, just place your ball in between the inner thighs, and it actually helps to activate the inner thigh muscles, which is all part of the core anyway. So I want you to really think about firmly pushing your feet into the mat, do a little pelvic tilt and start lifting up. You shouldn't need to squeeze your glutes to get up in bridge. Everything should feel really kind of like you're strong enough without having to over recruit. And then in that bridge position, send your knees forward, take a beautiful inhale and slowly lower. Bum, ba, bum. Beautiful. And again, breath in. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. Start squeezing the ball a little bit, pushing the feet firmly into the mat to activate the pelvic floor. Nice stretch through the hip flexors. Take a breath in. Keep your eyes closed. Slowly down. Two more. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. Start peeling the spine away. Lifting, sending the knees forward. Breath in. Slowly lower. Good. Last one. And again, squeeze the ball. Push your feet down. Breath in. Slowly down. And just take the ball away. Just squeeze your knees into chest. Have a little roll around. You can have a little roll side to side. Forward and back. And let's just give ourselves a little hamstring stretch just before we do some roll-ups. So just take the leg up towards the ceiling. And again, lengthen the other one. And just straighten, not straighten, sorry, flex that foot so it's taking it into the calf as well. Hold. Turn the foot in and out. In and out, just identifying if changing the foot changes the feeling of the stretch. Does it go more into the back or the side of the leg, back of the knee or side of the calf? And then just circle, circle back. Good, just squeeze that knee in. And then switch. Again, take that leg up, flex and point. Flex and point. In, out, in, out, circle, circle, circle back. And you're squeezing in. And just lengthen them. So again, as always we roll up. If it's not your thing, and for some people roll up is just their Achilles heel, then there's no point flinging yourself up. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can put the ball underneath your scapula, the soft ball, that can help. You can hold a band, but if you don't want to roll up, I always like to start people in chest lift. So we'll all do 10 chest lift together, and if you want to keep chest lift while we do roll up, you can. So just think about the rib cage in and together. Obviously that connects the abdominal muscles. We want to work them. Elbows out wide, chin towards the chest, navel away from the t-shirt, little gap underneath the lumbar spine, ribs are down. And we just lift as high as you can without squashing that imaginary little grip. underneath the lower back. And then just come down halfway. We don't want the ribs to come up and away. And then again, so there's plenty of time when we do want the ribs to kind of stretch out, but abdominally is not one of them. And again, out breath. In breath centre. And again. Elbows in your peripheral. Two more. Last one. And then just before we do roll up, bend your knees, take your legs up nice and high. This time I want your lower back to be on the mat. Draw the tummy in and just be really kind of honest with yourself. So rib cage down and that tummy nice and flat. And just see if you can lower the legs a bit without letting the belly down. Really slowly pushing the mat back into the mat. I get to about there and then that's it. And then back to centre. Yeah, keep drawing the belly in so targets the lower abdominals more. Which if you've had pesky cesareans, and then back to centre. I always say to my kids, my lower belly were inverted before I had you three. And then again. And then up. So it's not easy and it's often done really badly, this exercise, where people start to dome. And then back. And then just give your knees a bit of a hug into chest. So you can either do that again, so you can either do your chest lift and some lower leg raises, or you can join me with a roll up. All of them have their place, guys. So if you're doing a roll up, there's some really nice, we did that on the Kundalini, you know, where we were just kind of just rolling like this.
Rocking.
It's really nice, I really like it, but you just have to always be a little bit careful with people that are not supposed to roll too much, like osteoporosis, things like that. So that's more about just that lovely massaging of the spine. So we're going to just operate a little bit more control here. So we're going to take the arms overhead. If the ribs come up and away, that's fine in this position. Take a breath in. And chin to chest. Hands start coming towards the ceiling and your ribs start getting back together. And you come up, hopefully. And then restack. And then gently down. Oh, Deb's needs to go. Is it Deb's who's gone out? Ruth, I can't see. All the way forward. So obviously flexion is really good for like spinal stenosis because it just, you know, widens up the discs. Now breath. Does it always feel all right now, Amanda? What do you think?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And last one. And then just come down, take it beautiful, and we'll do a little bit more core work, I think. I'm being kind, not doing too many legs, Amanda.
Thank you.
I've got a really busy bar class, so I'm quite happy not to do that. Yeah. people get through life without stretching.
I know.
Do you know when you do like a class for new people that go, oh God, you like, have you ever done this before? No. Oh. You wonder what your back's stiff. And especially like cat to cow, I'm like, how do people not do cat to cow? Oh. And then around. Good, so lots of nice back stretching and strengthening today, guys. So let's come on to our roller. If you don't want to go on your roller, you don't have to. You can do it on the floor, or you can. Yeah, of course, baby, no worries.
I couldn't hold it.
So, if you feel if you're watching at home and you've had a really tough week and you all feel a bit, ugh, then sometimes I just bring myself on the roll and I just lie there, just open up the chest, and it can just feel really, really nice, that length through the collarbones. And then just give yourself a little bit of time, walk yourself down your body and just give yourself some little pelvic tilts. So spill those imaginary drinks on the tummy into the floor, so the hip bones are higher than the pubic bone, which we never want in abdominal work. And then spill the imaginary drinks into the belly button, so the pubic bone is higher than the hip bones. That's relatively safe, but you really want to try and do it in neutral. Once you're in neutral, try and keep the ribs in and down. And we'll just have a couple of little kind of head turns, so just to release the neck. So just side to side. Yeah, mine is like, whoa. It's funny when you're massaging people, you don't realise until the day after, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. And then just take your arms up to ceiling. Let's do a nice kind of flexion. So just take one thumb back, the other hand forward, and then the other way. And if you're touching the floor, brilliant. But if you're kind of getting just past your eye level, then that's a decent kind of flexion. And then into that lovely abduction. So from scissor into that helicopter or windmill or angel arms, whatever visualization works for you. And around, just to keep everything moving. 4, 2. Always makes me giggle, this one, when I watch people. Like some people come and they get it like that, boom, straight away.
I definitely haven't.
So watch, man. So once you're into scissor,
Yes.
I always think this hand does exactly the same as that. So
Yes.
this one circles, that one circles,
Okay.
and then you just come up. So some people think about angel, like that's it, yeah, and then you just bring it back to starting point. There you go.
Oh.
I always say people just try not to overthink it. Do you know what I mean? People are like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. And then you can do a similar thing with your leg, which is not very ladylike, but it's quite good for the core. So once we're like this, now just take your forearms down by the mat. You should feel that your collarbones are really lovely and open. And then bring the other leg up to tabletop. So we're both in tabletop. Draw the ribcage down, take that navel away from the imaginary hot t-shirt, and take your right leg forward. And slowly back. And the left. And back. I'm massaging tomorrow as well. I've got a cancer wellness day. And I'm just like, I've written in the top of my diary, not next week because I'm busy, the week after, do not do too much this week in big letters.
And I'll get to that week. I'll just put that one in.
I'm actually at a corporate thing next week, Shark Ninja.
Oh.
Do you know what they make? They make like Nutribullet. Have you heard of them? Shark Ninja.
Yes.
They do like Nutribullets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She said to me, bless her, I'm like massaging them up there. It's a corporate wellness day. But she said, oh, I'll be able to throw a product in as well, Jo.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I need to have a little look. Don't know what they do.
They're very similar to Nutribullet and all those.
Are they?
Yeah. we had a ninja blender.
Oh, can I have a £500 food processor, please?
Yeah, go for it. You probably end up with one of those whiskers for your coffee or something.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, we're thinking more of like a hand twister.
Yeah.
And 3 more each side. 3. And 2. And 1. Well done. And then we're just going to do, and then take the foot down, then the other one, and just do some little tilts forward and back. I really feel though, since doing that Kundalini, even though I do a lot of cat to cows, I think 'cause I've been doing lots more of them quickly, my spine, like when I do a roll up, I just feel like I can get.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It feels
It's
really
just
nice.
with Kundalini, it's a repetition of
Yeah.
an exercise.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes you do it for up to 3 minutes. I've had to do that on the floor for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And by the next day I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
my stomach
Yeah.
is killing.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's just the whole, it's getting into the zone.
It's the muscular endurance and your breath helps with that, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
we did single leg,
It's
but
very
quite
addictive.
flex
Yeah,
foot. Yeah.
very addictive.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go, what is she doing now?
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, I'll just go with it.
I introduced myself and I said that you and Amanda, I don't even think I said your name, babe, and then just gently, and then she went, oh, lovely Amanda Hawkins. I went, that's her, yeah. So nice and slow to start with, just to get that movement pattern, and then just quicker. And use your breath, inhale, exhale. I still find it difficult, you know, exhaling through my nose though.
See, see, I've been yoga for years, so for me it's difficult doing Pilates now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, we're very much inhale through your nose, exhale through your
Yeah.
pulse lips. I'm definitely getting better, but
Froggies are my favourite exercise.
what is?
Froggies.
Which one's that, froggies?
Froggies is you go like this, and you've got to do 26, and you go from this position, your hands like this, and then you're up.
Oh,
And
no,
down.
oh yes, so I love that, I like that. Yes, because you get a really nice level.
Kundalini for some reason.
Yeah.
And it helps with depression,
And then
it lifts
circle.
your mood.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Very good.
There's a theory behind every exercise. in
Yeah,
Kundalini.
which there should be, to be fair, shouldn't there? Or at least knowing why you're doing
Yeah.
something.
It's all very spiritual.
Yeah. And then just take one hand away and just thread it through. Take your gaze up to ceiling, take a breath in.
She's so flexible. I watch her and go, oh, I must try harder.
I think that's why some people get put off yoga when they're very tight, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because there's an awful lot they can't do. But actually, if they just did, do you know what I mean? What they could do, it would help so much.
That's how I started. My yoga teacher at the time, I was 24 and she was 70. Maybe she was late 60s. She was so flexible. It was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
the lady who did ours was 64 and then come back and she just looked great. And then bring it back. So yeah, you can do. So this one's really, I haven't done it for a while, I used to do that a lot because it's really nice for people who have very tight hands as well. Do you know what I mean? Because they can kind of feel like they're getting that stretch. Obviously they can't straighten completely, but so just bend and straight. And obviously getting that lovely space as well in the spine. I won't let you do 26 guys. Or maybe Amanda, you might feel like you've got to do 26 guys after this morning. It'll be good for the stretch though, huh?
I'll let you know tomorrow.
6, 5. Well, sometimes I kind of do it one at a time as well. Does that make sense? So bend, keep one bend, straighten the other. Bend, straighten the other. Then it gives you a real indication whether one leg See, I thought my right leg were tighter, but actually it's my left. Because sometimes when you do things bilaterally and then back up, you don't really, that's why I like to do weights separately as well. Do you know what I mean? Because if you do them together, you always have one stronger side and then you almost get even more.
HSS PT does everything unilaterally as well. One first and the other side. Yeah. And it is a lot better.
It's a lot better, it really is. Oh, nice side.
Oh.
And thank you, lovelies.
Now I want coffee.
There you go.